Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Olexa Locks. This time to form more words and solve more puzzles. We completed the first 3 worlds in the last episode, so if you missed it and you don't know what lock is, you should go check it out. This is a pretty cool puzzle game that's a digital recreation of a puzzle book. So if you're a pen and paper kind of person, go buy the book. If you're a clicky mouse kind of guy, follow the link in the description and buy the digital version. Let's hop into World 4. There's probably a new keyword awaiting me. And we'll see what it is. Okay. Tiles with the letter X are conductors. Okay. Interesting. And then I can use that to claim. So X allows me to start. Okay. Okay, sure. So we can use them to channel between letters. Yeah. And that would allow me to start doing bends and stuff. Oh god, the complexity of this is going to rise like crazy. So if we conduct to here, our Tlak would allow me to do these, and then I can ta and do those. It's about to go up to 100, brother. Last episode was child's play. This is brutal. So Tlak me to here, then Tlak me to here, I guess, and then ta me on you. We gotta figure it out, okay? But it is still tricky. So I already see we have like a path going this way that would get me a lock, but I need these two to be Tlaked first. Unfortunately, I actually don't have a Tlak we can do there. I can do this to get a lock. Do I want to do that? I mean, I guess I kind of have to, right? I don't actually have another play there. So then but then if you do that, you lock this entire area, man. You only got 1 T. So your only play is lock, man. Unless it's... Nah, I mean, you straight up, this is the only viable play to start. But then what letter, what hair do you do here to be able to make this happen? My heart says this, because then you can do this, and you claim this, and then you can't tie yet. Okay, hold on. Then you do this, so you can claim this. This lock allows me to snag you. Okay, how in the hell did that work? Because it's adjacent. Yeah, because it's adjacent. Oh, frick me, brother. That is not easy. It is not easy to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Okay. It has to be Tlak to start. Right? It has to be. The ta is going to go on O. Well, ta is going to go on X at the very end. We've kind of learned about that. You like to do you hit me with some solid ta action to remove all of the X's. So that means that this Tlak has to be first. I think you can do it on those X's. But I cannot do it on those X's. That makes me think that it's not actually Tlak to start. Well, no, hold on. It's this Tlak to start. And then your lock goes like so. You can do these guys to then lock here and then ta here. There's a different K. You tried to get me in the brain again, but my brain is a little bit too large for you. You try to get sneaky with it, but my sneakiness knows no bounds. Now what the hell are you trying to teach me here? The V. Why is there a V in my house here? Your V is very interesting to me. That's a sentence I shouldn't have said out loud. You have Tlaks in the business. You also technically have a lock in the business. It's a wonky lock. This is teaching you that you can re-go over the same tile. Okay, and then that allows me to wrap you around to claim the X's. It's fricked. Is super fricked for sure. But we got there in the end. We have an EG. EG is pretty frickin' useless, man. That's pretty frickin' useless. You also have the only viable start is a Tlak. You can EG. To be honest with you, you really can't EG. Because even if you do this, you cannot shift up to here to grab that. You can ta. You cannot ta. You can ta. You can ta like this. On the X's, but then lock is screwed. What if we Tlak the OK? No, that's definitely not going to be the answer. How do we make? I really liked the long ta here. But then the only thing that makes logical sense is to do that, and then in that case, I don't have... Hello? Discord? Excuse me? Why are you giving me, my streamer mode? It do be turned on, man. What the frick? Okay, weird. Very weird. Discord, don't be weird. Now you get force closed, brother. The worst scenario that could happen to you. Here you were thinking that you were being sneaky, sending a notification sound while I was recording a video. Now your ass gets shut down permanently. Okay. Let's rethink. Could this L be a part of a lock instead? Meaning that it would be looking like something like this, and then a Tlak. Could it be that once we go here? No, I mean it's really not seeming like that's a thing. If it's EG. How about this, man? Now that was tricky. I didn't even see that the first time around, so props to you. Props to you, my friend. Okay. You got some, you got some locks on the bottom. You got a lock right here. Tlaks are looking a little rough around the edges. Tas are looking terrible. So let's start with a lock here. And I think the idea would be to do a something like this to then be able to get you to a ta. Except you can't do that yet. You got to do it on this to then Tlak. But then you're a little screwed. Then you're a little screwed. If you ta on these, you can't work your way back around. So the final play has to be on. Can't do that, huh? This is the final play on this ta. I guess you just can't do that per se. So what if instead we attempt to do... Is there a way for me to trigger a Tlak earlier? So like removing this, this would then allow me to Tlak to remove this, and then you can ta. I can't ta. I can do this, and then do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like that these are tricky to watch if you're not paying like exact attention to the screen, because I just sound like a maniac. I'm just going, what about this to this? Tlak, lock. And it's just chaotic, man. It's chaotic. Okay. I see this right out the get-go. To be able to do some kind of play with that, but immediately that dies. This Z is horrible. We can use that to get a Tlak in. You have a ta available. I feel like that maybe you do that now to be able to Tlak this. Nah, I mean you have to be able. You need two different locks. Although the Z is horrible. The Z is horrible. I feel like that's not the most beneficial lad for me. You also theoretically have a potential workaround to create a lock over here. If you can get multiple locks to remove those. What about like no, cause I need that T to do the ta, man. What about this? Ta to remove this. And then I'm stuck with double X. It has to be ta to end, okay? We've learned this far too many times. So we start with a lock, potentially to remove that F. You know you're gonna ta to remove the X's at the end. But then you straight up don't have a play. So you gotta remove this to give you the Tlak. Ta to remove the X's. But again, I mean, you just don't have. You don't have any heat to get you there. There is only like one valid starting play, right? And that's either lock here or lock here. We have nothing else. There's no other magic keyword I'm forgetting. We only got 3 of them, man. So I think it has to be lock like this. Then what if it's a Tlak going down like this? You still have the top potential. You wipe this out. You ta this tile. Puts you in the same position. What if you use? Okay, hold on. Lock to remove this. Ta to remove this. That's not valid. Ta to remove. You would Tlak. I need to remove that freaking X right here. Because I'm thinking that you ta. What if we do this, man? Ah, but now the Z's gone. So if you do this, remove the Z. I have to be able to generate that lock. And that is not easy. That's not easy. Then you ta, and then you lock, and then you're right back to square friggin' one, man. What am I missing? You gotta think outside the box, Tyler. You gotta think outside the box. The game's always trying to get you to think a little outside of the comfort zone of the game. If you have to have a ta at the end, then what if there was some way it's wrapping back around on an X that we have to figure out. Or can we like chain a letter or something to like... No, it's not how it works, and those are not adjacent. You can do that, but then if you ta this, it's the same thing. Insanity's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. The F and the Z are just... The fact that there's like a rule of thumb I'm going through in my brain with these. If you have a singular letter of something that cannot be formed in a word combo, then there is a really decent chance that singular letter needs to get locked, right? Ta with the X's, there's no way for us to get rid of 3 X's without ta. So I think it has to be ta for that. So this makes you want to do things like removing... I mean, like, this is now interesting. To be able to work your way different areas, but you only have X in the middle, man. So I can't really shift you any direction. And then the Z makes this really difficult. Because I just don't have another play there. Unless... No, I mean, you really are not... You're not helping. You're not helping. Ta? You're still just stuck there. It's the same answer. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we take a hint on this one. Give me a hint. Lock. Yeah, I get it. Lock and then ta. Okay. So lock first. Are you telling me that I should be... Oh, wait a minute. What if it's just a lot of tas, man? No, that doesn't seem right. Lock, ta, Tlak, lock. Okay, so lock, then ta. So the first lock, you have to generate a ta out of this. So you do this ta now. Ah, it's like this, man. Frick, I could've... Oh, wait, that's still not right? Am I stupid? Maybe it's this? No. Ta on this. Tlak on... Wait, it has to be ta. Lock on this. Ta on... You don't have a way to do it. It has to be this ta. You don't have a way to do a Tlak if you do it on X's. So it has to be on this. Then you lock on this. Tlak on this. You're still stuck, man. It says to do Tlak next. Am I crazy? I feel like I've lost my mind, man. You lock. You can't do that. That's how you generate your Tlak. It has to be the Z. And then your Tlak comes down. No, it's Ta next. It's this Ta. No, it's this Ta. And this Ta has to be on empty space, man. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. If Ta's on this, you never complete anything. You can't get there. Lock, Ta, Tlak, lock. Ta, Tlak. How are you still going off, Discord? I'm losing my mind. How am I getting this many Discord notifications too, man? You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Why is streamer mode not working? Streamer mode. Windows settings, stop it. Kill everything. It's like my freaking Discord has no idea what to do. You are disabled notifications. All sound effects will be disabled. It's all checked, man. It's all checked. Notifications. Just stop it. Never ever play any sounds ever. Disable all notification sounds. Thank you. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. Tlak. 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 You're screwing me. You're screwing me. I don't know how to beat this, man. This one's really tricky. If you do this lock on a Z, then you Ta these, then you lock these, then you don't even use the X's later, man. Okay, frick me. That was really hard. That was really hard. Oh, my brain is starting to not be able to see some of these. Like, right out the get-go, I can't even freaking tell where I'm going with them. So can I do, like... I can't. Okay. What's even your starting play? It's gotta be Ta? Doesn't have to be, for what it's worth. You can Tlak right out the get-go. Which would then allow me, if I do these... I can't do that. I can't get rid of the O. That's a bad idea. But I can do this to give me a lock. This has to end in a Ta, though. So I can't do those either. Because you're going to need a Ta to get rid of 6 X's. There's no doubt about it in my brain. Yeah, I pretty firmly believe that. It has to be... has to just be like something like this. Then you Ta. This opens your lock. You Ta N. Then you lock. You lock M. You Ta X, and you're left with these. I feel like that's really close to being great. What if you do this first? Then you Ta R. Then you lock N. Then you Ta this. You're stuck with an M. So it can't be... I think you might need like another Tlak or something. But you only got 2 Ks. So that is a valid play. You could also just start by tying a lot. You theoretically can ta... You have 2 M's, which means that you most likely need to ta... M. You need to ta X, which means that you need 2 tas. That makes sense to me. And then this... That's not valid, huh? I respect that. You don't have another way to do anything, to be honest with you. What if it starts with a Tlak? It can't though. It can't. It has to be ta to start on M. Then it has to be Tlak on SR, Lock on N, and then ta on X. I saw the Matrix. I became one with Morpheus himself. Me and Neo gliding through Lock Digital. These puzzles are a lot harder to admit. These are genuinely tricky. So there is only a few starts I see. It's tying these, which I think is intelligent for sure. There's a lot of ta potential, like, everywhere. You can just do a lot of tying. This becomes actually like it's like those puzzles. Yeah, look at this, man. Those puzzles where you have to drag around. It's like a slide puzzle, right? I'm not positive that any of that was correct, so I'm just going to chill on it for right now. I do pretty firmly believe that a start with a ta like that is an excellent idea. And now it's just a matter of getting the Tlak, which I do think is possible. It's just tricky is all, right? You can go like this, actually. That just gives you a ta, though. I need the L. Okay. Start again. There's some kind of Tlak that's going to come into play. The obvious thing is that you have the early lock, which may be on the F to then play with pause here. Maybe that's when you bring in this. What if it's just like everything goes away? So you do something like this. And then something like this, and that leaves you with nothing. Like this is where the Tlak would really be good. So you can do something like the B here. And then this theoretically... It's like, it has to be something like that. How would we get from the A into the K? You would get from the A into the K by having this gone. I get rid of the T's. Nah, because that really ruins everything. So you lock this T. Then you ta B. And now you have... you gotta ta this, though. Now you have, like, a weird path to do a Tlak. To remove this, and then you ta the X's? Yeah, dude. Yeah, that worked. Area completed. Okay. Good. What could go wrong, right? Lock me for this, and then wrap me around and ta me for this. Give me my damn key. and we move out of that area. A total mess today, man. Total mess today. I mean, some of the trickiest puzzles that your boy has completed in quite some time. I leave you on this cliffhanger. We will be back in the next episode to play some more Lxok. For now, though, thanks so much for watching. As always, liking the video much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.